Welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I am your host, Conrad Cushman, joined here tonight by my co-host, Derek.
What's up?
We are here to review AEW Dynamite. They had a hell of a main event, for those who don't know.
Oh my God, that main event was beautiful.
A lot of people are talking, and a lot of people are freaking excited for it. And I think they have the right to be, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Like that's beautiful.
But stick around. We're going to talk about that lights out main event. If you guys are hearing an echo in the background, we are kind of moving facilities right now. You see there's a different background behind me. We're making moves. It just wasn't completed by the end of today. Not my fault. Blame the painters. But I'll take responsibility for it. I'll take the heat off the painters. So you guys are going to get ready to hear the intro, and then we'll be back with our thoughts for AEW Dynamite. Chat, let me know how the sound actually sounds.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson, yes. Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
It's so cold in the deep. Anyway, we're back, folks. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for this wonderful AEW Dynamite review that we have lined up for you. Like I said, I apologize for the sound. It's going to be quite annoying. But if you're in here and you want to help Brother Kush out, it's pretty simple what I have to ask you to do every single week. Hit that subscribe button for me. Click it right up there. And you guys can hit the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel. I think we're about 4 or 5 away from moving on to the next level. So help a brother out. Send it to some friends. Tell them to subscribe, man. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, hitting the like button on the video helps. And leaving a comment down below if you watch after the fact. Even if you are in the live chat right now, leave me a comment afterwards. Just tell me what your favorite match was. Ask me a question. Whatever it is, leave a comment. It'll help in the YouTube algorithm. And we'll be able to get it going. That main event, man, I'm still just, dude.
Yeah, that main event was that was a main event on a regular show that was well deserved in a very long time.
Right? Sonny Bimbo, what is going on? Sonny came in and said that main event was unbelievable. I appreciate that, Sonny. And Sonny, thank you for the kind words on Instagram. You guys can follow me on Instagram. Handle down below if you guys want to check that out. Same with Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. You know what to do. BJ's also in the house. Britt might be the best bleeder in AEW so far. Ooh, I don't know. Dustin, I think Dustin still has it, but Britt's number 2.
Yeah.
Easily. Like, don't even.
Yeah.
Don't even. There's no. Don't even question it. 10 had a pretty nice gusher though the other night on Dark. Yeah, his lip was just ooh. Watch Sammy's vlog and you'll see his lip in it.
Oh, okay.
They show it after. Ace World in the house. Ace, happy birthday, man. I hope you enjoyed your birthday. I know I was a little premature on the Facebook post the one night. That's why you don't look at Facebook when you're tired. It was for the next day, but happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Ace.
Connor also in the house. Connor, what's good, brother? Appreciate you. PR Nightmare, what is happening, fam? I see you throwing the hand up. Ace World said the main event was lit. BJ said the echo was there, but it's not interfering in the slightest. You're good. Thank you, sir. I apologize. Like I said, once I get all my stuff in here, the room is basically empty. That's why you're hearing an echo at this moment. PR said the Derek Order show and the other guy. Bullshit. I have to watch that again. AEW main event. You gotta. Bradley Garzon, what is going on? He said pay-per-view caliber matches, 2 of the matches, Phoenix and Angelico in the unsanctioned match. Bradley, we're going to go through all of these, so I would love it if you stuck around to hit us up with the conversation and your thoughts on all the matches. Look who's here. Jesus De Leon. What's going on, Jesus?
You know what? That actually probably sounds a whole lot better with the echo.
Maybe. Like I said, guys, if the echo is unbearable, I apologize. I'm hoping once all the stuff's in the room, it's not as bad. It will get fixed eventually. I promise. Derek, let's talk about the AEW matches that we had tonight. How are you feeling as far as when it comes to Pentagon and Cody. Was that build up all right for you?
I think it could have been built up just a little bit more. Like there's not a lot behind it as to why Pentagon is calling Cody out. I mean, like there is, but there isn't. So we can all understand Cody is like the face of AEW. So
you know someone's gonna be mad at that, right?
Well, you know what? You could be mad about it. I don't care.
I think he's the face of the EVPs.
Yes, but you know he's got the big target on his back. He's that wrestler who has the big target on his back. Pentagon, I don't want to say he has something to prove.
I think he does, though. I feel like Pentagon, if you don't know Pentagon from Lucha Underground, the man is a main eventer.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you do know who he is, I don't think he has anything to prove. I think he just, if you know who he is. If you don't know who he is, then I guess you could say he does have something to prove. Like, Cody may be up there, but I'm right there with him.
Big facts, big facts. Bradley says he is staying with us. I appreciate it. Malik Murray in the house. I see you. Jocelyn, what is good? Thank you for joining us. We're talking about Cody and Pentagon right now. We did have a little main event talk in the beginning, and I apologize for the acoustics of the room. Whoever my mods are in the chat, Jesus and them, if you see anyone complaining about it, let them know that it's just probably, I'm hoping for 1 week. We're talking Cody and Pentagon, though. Match starts off with Pentagon immediately attacking Cody. They had a pretty cool barricade spot where they had one of the barricades set up. Cody does a tope suicida to the outside, and Pentagon falls back onto the barricade. I thought that was pretty cool. We end up seeing Cody hitting a destroyer and a Cody cutter for a near fall. We see the figure four leg lock locked in on Pentagon, but he finds a way to get to the ropes. This is how I knew that Pentagon, they're not treating him like he's just some regular dude.
Right.
They're really building this dude up for something.
And Pentagon has that star caliber for him, for anybody to sit there and say, oh, well, we can't use him this way. We have to use him this way because that's just too much star power.
I'm going to say this about Death Triangle. Those are your boys, but any of those three can be inserted into a main event, singles, or tag team run with any of the other ones at any moment, and I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
It works.
It works perfectly.
See, I tried it. This man hates 6-man tags, but I'm telling you, the trios thing works, though. Look at how beautiful this works for your boys.
It does, but I still don't like 6-man tags. They can be too sloppy at times.
Sorry, y'all. That ain't water tonight. All right. So, eventually, we get the old school Pentagon. Lucha Underground Pentagon. He hits Cody with the arm break. That wah, wah. If you ever watch Lucha Underground, oh my God, the best when he would break people's arms. He breaks Cody's arm. Not really. He does the move, though, that injures it. And Cody ends up getting the victory from a sunset flip pin that he had his arm pinned down and hooked over. I really like the finish, but immediately after, Pentagon doesn't give a shit. He's beating Cody down. He immediately goes to start attacking him. Here comes the Nightmare Family. So it's weird to see, like, Pac and Phoenix in this, like, babyface role, kind of, sort of. But then Pentagon's kind of doing his own thing. Very weird.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the fact that they split them up, but I guess I get it because Pentagon seems to be more of the black sheep of the group
right now. Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, well, I'll back them up because they're part of my group, but I'm going to be also doing my own thing at the same time. Right.
Well, eventually the Nightmare Family come out to make the save. Billy Gunn's whole family, Dustin, if they're in there, they're out there. Right. Lee Johnson, don't matter. They come out there to make the save, but who shows up late? Mr. QT Marshall. And if you watch Sammy's vlogs, I'm telling you, QT Marshall as a heel is going to work, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, this dude is definitely good at being a prick. We'll say that. We'll leave it at that. But, all right, match. I think this feud between Cody and Pentagon's not done.
I don't think it's done. My only issue is there wasn't a slow burn to it. It's just like we're right in the middle of it.
I think they're just trying to transition. I think Cody doesn't have anything to do at this moment.
Right.
He's not in the TNT picture. He's not getting anything for it right at this moment. Right. So
I get it. So I like it. It's a different pace for Cody. this is a whole different pace. Like keeping up, even though Pentagon's not that high flying luchador, he still can move like the luchador. So,
right,
it gives something Cody to do. It gives Pentagon something to do.
Y'all make sure you tell Derek to keep looking in the camera too. Derek's looking at me sometimes right
Hey.
he talks. Let's get into what people are saying in the chat here. Malik retracted his message. PR says, you see what happens when you get fired from Manscaped. They take all your ish too, and you're stuck in an empty room. The sponsorship is still there, my friend. The intern took my room is what happened. Jocelyn said, geez, that main event made me cringe. I'll have to watch the whole thing later. Definitely recommend you check it out.
Yes.
BJ says Cody is the John Cena of AEW. If they would have used Cena at the top in the right way earlier in his run, that's an interesting perspective to say that he's in a Cena spot, but maybe they should have used Cena differently, I think is how he put it. Hopefully I don't have that wrong. Bradley, what is going on? Bradley says, I'm confused because Phoenix and Pac are supposed to be faces and Pentagon's heel. I guess he is not with them anymore. I don't think they're done. I think they're just kind of doing their own things right now, and they're all cool with it.
Well, I mean, it's like I said before. I think they're still together. I think the issue is Pentagon is part of Death Triangle, but he's also Pentagon himself.
Right.
So he's like the black sheep of the family.
Malik says, I got a question. I think that Cody is turning heel, and if turning heel, do you have him bring back the black hair?
Yes.
I think it's a thought that you could do.
I like it.
Just don't have it too jet black. He was looking crazy last time. A said nobody could stop Rey Fenix back in Lucha Underground. Phoenix was a beast too. QT is looking like he is going to be an interesting heel, Jesus said. Jesus, trust me. Watch him in Fuego. Tornado. Actually, that worked with the echo.
See, so some of the things that we're going to say is probably going to resonate very well. So
Sonny says QT joins the Inner Circle. I don't see that yet. I think the Inner Circle are baby faces now.
Yeah.
And people have been singing Judas anyway. But let's move forward with this. Let's talk about the Young Bucks. They're backstage getting interviewed, and guess what happens? The same thing that happens in every interview in AEW, an interruption. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. You can do it sometimes. I think we just see it too much.
Yeah, so got to dial it back just a little bit.
But Don Callis shows up. Don Callis. That's for the wifey. She'll laugh at that. Don Callis shows up, and he says to Nick and Matt Jackson, you know, we didn't get off on the right foot. Kenny Omega's doing big things. Yada, yada, yada. By the way, Don Callis cut a hell of a promo on Impact Wrestling with Rich Swann. If you didn't see it, go watch it. Good 5-minute promo between those two. And you're going to watch it. He said, do you still see the same Nick and Matt Jackson that I saw in New Japan Pro Wrestling? What is he trying to do? Is he trying to sway them? I don't know what's going on with this. Things are getting interesting, though.
It sounds like a call-out. Like, you've lost a step. Mm-hmm. That's what it sounds like.
You're not the guys you once were. Let's see here. Ooh, Jesus just said, how do you like the Young Bucks title reign so far? I'm going to throw that one to you.
I like it. I think they need to defend the titles just a little bit more. But I'm not over the top with it, but I'm not burying it. It's just.
Who's been your favorite tag team champion so far?
I would say the Young Bucks.
Okay.
I would definitely say the Young Bucks.
All right.
No, you know what? FTR.
Okay.
FTR. Only because they've been. I get it. They're still kind of younger than Nick and Matt, I guess. Well, not in age, but
what time in AEW?
Yeah. So I feel like they're putting they have more to prove than Nick and Matt. I still think the best match between them. That was a great match between them. I just feel like FTR is a little bit younger, so they have more to prove.
I don't know if they're younger. They might be close to the same age.
No, I'm saying as far as their AEW.
In the rank, time in AEW?
Time in AEW.
I get it.
Like I feel like Nick and Matt have the scale back role.
Yeah, they've been in the forefront of it. They said they didn't want to win the tag titles as fast as they did too. Queen of the Indies, Tiffany, is in the house. What's going on, Tiffany? She says, howdy, howdy, howdy.
Once I saw Howdy, that reminded you. Remember?
I just thought of Toy Story. That's why I said that.
No, I was.
Look, I'm Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
I was thinking of Blues Brothers 2000, where Bluegrass, howdy.
Jade Cargill versus Danny Jordan. This is Jade Cargill's second match, and it was a squash. I love Danny Jordan, by the way. The little Mean Girls and the Burn book and all that. Cool stuff. I think she's going to have to advance her character eventually, but I really just like watching Danny Jordan when she's on Dark, when she was on the NWA scene. Like, Danny Jordan's a really great wrestler, and I think whoever scoops her up will have a hell of a talent on their hands. But this was a squash match. We didn't really get to showcase Danny Jordan as much, but watch AEW Dark or Dark Elevation. I'm sure you'll get to see more of her. Jade Cargill wins. Squash match, like I said. I think she hit the Phoenix Slam. I don't remember. The Glam Slam, whatever you want to call it. But she ends up getting into it afterwards with Red Velvet. Red Velvet is a firecracker out there. I love her for that. Just that girl from like high school who was ready to set it off at any time. You're like, yo, you're mad little, bro. Sit back. What are you doing? She was like, come on, bring it. It looked like they needed more people to hold her back than Jade.
Right.
I like it.
Now, is she officially on the main roster, or is she still
Red Velvet?
Yeah.
They haven't given her the All Elite sign yet, so I don't know.
All right.
Maybe they're waiting to announce it.
I would like to see her on the main card. I think she's really good.
Right? Queen of the Indies, Johnny Hungy. Tokyo Rockstar said, Happy St. Patrick's Day since I'm half Irish. Yeah, I got some Irish in me too.
I got a little bit.
Little black Irish. It's all good, man. I respect it.
Irish whiskey.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Hopefully you guys got to enjoy some corned beef. I'm a fan.
I had
little cabbage.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? That's funny. I had one of the doctors at my job made a whole bunch of them. I'm like, you know what? This is the only time I'm gonna eat this.
Frontin'.
Dead serious.
Frontin'.
I don't like cabbage all like that.
Good for you, boy. Good for you.
Yeah, good for them intestines.
No Lara is in the house. No Lara, how are you? Much respect to Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker. Just an amazing match. We talked about that in the very beginning a little bit. We had to. Great stuff. Queen of the Indies, Johnny Hungy. Gotta say that anytime I see it. VJ said, was glad to see Danny on Dynamite. Me too, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Malik Murray said, I got a question. If Cody turns heel, does he need Brandy Rhodes by his side?
No.
Nah, I don't think so. It's not a necessity. If it works, cool. But if it doesn't, don't force it.
No.
Let's see. Her and Red should be good, Jesus says. I agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
I think as long as these two get time and we're just trying to put them on a pedestal where they can showcase themselves, I'm good with this.
Right.
I think Red Velvet needs to come out on top next time, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's no more L's for her, like, for right now, at least. Like, let her get a win somewhere in there.
Next up, Derek, we got another promo. MJF, Shawn Spears, FTR, Tully Blanchard, and Wardlow. Tully Blanchard comes out, and he starts talking about he was a part of the greatest group in the beginning of his career. And now he's finishing his career a part of the greatest group. And I was like, whoa, big endorsement from Tully to get this started. I like it.
Yep.
MJF then gets on the microphone because he's probably the best talker out of all of them.
Oh, yeah.
And he says that he is now officially the Judas. And I was like, ooh, way to play off Jericho's song. And he said he fooled us all by pretending he wanted the Inner Circle. Right. He never wanted them. He was always going to be with these guys. And it was a setup from the beginning even for them. But he had to change how he had to play his cards. And MJF says that now he's got his own group, and the group is going to be called The Pinnacle.
I actually like that.
You like that name?
I do like that name.
It's different.
It is different.
It's different. It's not the Dynasty. I missed that one. I thought that was a great name that he had in MLW, but...
Yeah. But you know what, though? Like, when you hear The Pinnacle, or when you hear the word Pinnacle, you think of, like, I'm the pinnacle of wrestling. So now this is the group, the pinnacle of wrestling. So I like it. It's definitely different. I think it fits every single one of them.
Right? BJ says the pinnacle has arrived. Sonny Bimbo said, good night, gang. I appreciate you watching, Sonny. Make sure you check out the rest when you get the chance to in the morning if you do have the time. Bradley said Wardlow needs the TNT title. That man is money. Wardlow did look pretty cool with the suit on tonight.
He did.
Wardlow's gonna be the enforcer for them, the badass.
Oh yeah.
And I really like that role for him.
I really hope he's polished up. From the last wrestling match that he had, I really hope he's polished himself a little bit more.
Like, I hope people realize what the roles are going to be. MJF is the Ric Flair of the group. The Tully and Arn are going to be FTR. And Shawn Spears is actually going to be the Barry Windham, technically. At least that's the way they're setting this up. They said Shawn Spears needs to be taken more seriously. He is somebody who has wrestling pedigree. He's a veteran. They're putting him over like that because he's going to be the fall guy before you get to MJF.
Right.
Understand and know what I'm talking about. I know he's going to win some matches. He's going to win some matches you're going to be like, wait, what? Trust me. He's going to get into feuds and stuff. It's going to happen. Just trust me. If they book Shawn Spears right, they can definitely redeem themselves with him.
Yeah.
Because I haven't liked how he's been used so far.
Yeah, no. If they do it correctly, which I'm sure they will, especially with Tully behind them, I think they'll be going in the right direction.
And right now, honestly, looking at them, I think it's an arms race for who is going to... I've been predicting for a long time, Hangman Page is going to be the one to beat Kenny Omega for the title. The question is then who takes it off of him? MJF is at the top of my list, but I also have Miro kind of inserted in there as well. But I'm still going to stick with MJF right now as the next guy, I think, after Hangman to become champion. Just mark this down. You'll hear me say it a lot in the leading up to of all of this. That's who I think right now is going to be champion until my stuff changes. But great promo by these guys. I'm very happy to see what they were doing. I can't be mad.
No, not at all. It's something well deserved, and I really hope that they do what they're supposed to do with it. I believe they will, but let's just hope and pray. My hopes are high for this.
Now, when I hear the word pinnacle, you know what I think of, guys? I think about trimming the bush. Now, we can go and do all this stuff, but you know what to do, guys. If you guys go into manscaped.com, pick out some stuff you like. Get that lawnmower 3.0. Get that ball deodorant for yourself. Fellas, fix those feet up. The summertime is coming, and the ladies know there's no dudes with good feet. So take care of yourself, groom yourself, and this is the way to do it. Go to manscaped.com and put in our promo code EPW Show, and you guys can save yourself some big money on that. Also, we got another code for you. We have the promo code for Powerslam.tv. You guys can watch 1 month of independent wrestling for free on your boys. If you guys go to Powerslam.tv, promo code EPW Show, I think it's a heck of a good time. You can find out about some independent wrestlers that you may not be knowing about.
Very true.
Listen.
Make it happen.
When it's a W, boys, it's a W. So take advantage of it, all right?
Nothing wrong with seeing some new talent.
Yeah, check it out. Maybe you'll see some of these people pop up on AEW later on.
It would be nice.
Right? Let's see here. Malik Murray wants to know, do you think MJF Group wins all the titles in AEW? Because Ace is saying the Pinnacle will be dripping in gold by 2022 or in 2023.
2022. I say 2022.
FTR could beat the Bucks again. I think FTR might be the first two-time tag team champions.
They'll be the first ones to get to start that drip. They'll be the first ones to start it. I think MJF will be the one who...
I don't think anybody saw that, what you just said my bad for.
So I accidentally hit him in the arm, and I didn't mean to hit him. I think MJF will be saved for last to get the AEW title.
Yeah, he was close with Moxley even, but it wasn't time yet.
Yeah, no, I think I agree with 2022 to be the year for the Pinnacle.
Oh, Bradley said Evolution over the Pinnacle. Let's wait and see what happens with that. Right now, I'll agree with you 100%.
Oh yeah.
But let's see what they end up doing with this group. Six said, okay, I'll say it. Britt Baker has earned my respect tonight. I take back all the shit I said about her. If you guys go back in the archives, I know that we missed the last few Dynamites from the beginning of the year due to me having to take some time off. But I covered every Dynamite up until that point. And I'm telling you, we go back and look, even us, we all said some shit about Britt Baker sometimes. Yep. Mm-hmm. She made us eat that tonight.
Oh, God. Did she? I'm waiting for that. So we can talk about that.
Six says, speak for yourself, hairy foot. My feet are well groomed. Time out, bro. Listen, no woman has ever said, man, that guy's got nice feet. All right? No woman has ever said that about a dude's feet. All right? I'm just trying to sell some Manscaped. Once again, manscaped.com, promo code EPW show if you guys need anything. Shout out to whoever bought some stuff. I got a little notification from you. Appreciate you. Let's get back into this, though. Let's talk about Jurassic Express and Bear Country versus Matt Hardy, Private Party, and the Butcher and the motherfucking Blade. This was different. 5-on-5 tag match here. Action broke down early. Rick Knox, I'm sure Rob is somewhere throwing his hands in the air because Rick Knox can't keep control. But that's what happened. Luchasaurus looked amazing here. Yes. I felt so bad for him. If you saw the Twitter match from, I think it was Dark, and they showed like the botch in it, and I was just like, oh, yeah, it looks so bad.
So that was a tough one. That was a tough one.
Right, yeah, dude, that was rough. Luchasaurus looked great here, though. He stood out. And then we had communication issues, I noticed, with the tags. Luchasaurus would be going to tag Marco in or Jungle Boy, and then all of a sudden, Bear Country would steal the tag and get in, or Marco would steal the tag from them.
Right.
So there was communication issues, and I think we're going to see a feud between Bear Country and Jurassic Express.
So the thing I get from Bear Country is we're big, bad, and we do what we want.
I think... I'm sorry to do this comparison to WWE. I don't want to, but when I see them, I think of Heavy Machinery.
Yes.
And I think that's what Heavy Machinery could have been if you booked them properly.
Yes.
Bear Country's getting a shot, and like I said, there's still time. AEW could screw this up, and we don't ever see them again.
Right.
But I have faith that they're going to book this correctly.
I think they will. Everything is about time. You have to give every team time, every wrestler time. You have to give every storyline time. If you don't do it correctly, this is how you lose people.
Yeah, the interest level at least. Gin and Juice on Marco's stunt after Matt Hardy interferes. Matt Hardy wants the tag. This took way too long for the finish, in my opinion. The Gin and Juice should have been it, and Matt should have just covered him. Instead, Matt wanted to hit the Twist of Fate. Twist of Fate's Marco. 1, 2, 3. He gets the victory.
Yeah, it wasn't needed. Once the Gin and Juice was hit, that should have just been it.
Not even that, dude. Like, it just took too long. He hit the Gin and Juice, and all of a sudden he was like, he's laughing and stuff. I'm like, yo, where's someone else from the team? Get up.
Right, yeah.
And Butcher and the Blade look great in this, too, by the way. I know we didn't mention them, but they definitely look really good in here, especially Butcher.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, he clotheslined the hell out of Luchasaurus.
I want more time for them.
Who, Butcher and Blade? Yeah. It's just, dude, this one show is crushing them. They need that second show.
Yes.
The problem is AEW starting to get like WWE. There's too many shows, bro.
Yeah.
I can't watch Dark 15 matches, Dark Elevation 10 matches. Too much, bro.
I would say just take off Dark and just...
Well, they need that for their enhancement talent. I think it's okay. Like, to me, I think Dark and Dark Elevation could be those shows that you don't need to be there to watch it.
But I'm just saying, like, you might as well just combine all those together, like...
But you can't, because here's the thing. So Dark's for the enhancement talent, and the way I see Dark Elevation is it's for the enhancement talent going against AEW main roster members. Like, this is your test to see if we can put you on Dynamite now.
So that
there's like layers to get into that. That's how I see it, though. John Moxley and Eddie Kingston, they're backstage talking about the Good Brothers, and the Good Brothers are a problem, and they're going to be facing them tonight. By the way, Derek, did you know the Good Brothers lost their Impact Wrestling Tag Team titles to my boys, Finjuice? Finjuice is good, bro. I like Finjuice. It's Fit Finley's son.
Is he good?
Yeah, I think he's good.
Okay.
I like him better than his dad. I was never a big Fit Finley fan, I gotta admit.
Yeah, I was never.
I mean, he was cool like in the hardcore division and stuff, but that was it. I don't know. He was always just like a guy that was there in the middle.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Fit.
But they lost their tag titles to them, so they are titleless for a little bit, at least for a month, because they said they went back to Japan. They said they'll be back to defend them.
Okay.
Christian Cage, we then see. Christian Cage comes out and he says he's a workhorse. He tells Kenny he's on borrowed time. He says he's going to get some victories, get some wins, and he's coming after Kenny Omega in the AEW World Championship.
Now, can I say that these two promos with Moxley and
Kingston
and Cage, these are great promos. Like I don't see where promos are done to the point where they're messed up. Like, both of these promos were beautiful. I got chills with both of them. Like Moxley and Kingston, it didn't feel scripted. It was, I'm talking. This is what is coming out of my mouth. Cage.
Oh, whoa. We're talking about Christian Cage.
Yeah, Christian Cage, yeah.
You didn't like his promo?
No, I loved his promo.
Oh, okay.
I love his promo. I'm just saying, like, it gave me that feel like...
Oh, let me hop in this. BJ said, hell yeah, the Finn juice. 6 said, I know I'm sipping on the Finn and juice. Peace.
Terrible.
And Ramble Mania, check out their shows that they do as well, guys. Great content creators. Throwing up the too sweet. Appreciate you, brothers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. I'm sorry to interrupt, though.
No. Just Christian Cage... So now when this goes back to what you said, like, does this throw a monkey wrench in the plans for Kenny Omega and Hangman?
No, I think this is a point to get to that match, though. I don't think Christian's going to be AEW World Champion. He doesn't need it at this point.
Okay.
Christian's been great on his own. This isn't like the TNA run where he had to be the face.
Right.
I think Christian's going to do just fine here.
Okay.
But he also tells them that he's here to cement his legacy because Christian knows this is the last run.
Right.
He's on that borrowed time like Edge. He knows this is it. But he's here to outwork everyone. And I think Christian can really teach a lot of people stuff. He's great on the microphone.
Yes.
He's great in the ring. Christian has it all, the complete package. I don't know why people would never use him in the main event spot.
Listen, he horribly misused in the other company towards the end of his run.
I just think they never believed in him. I think they saw your boy, Derek. One of Derek's favorite wrestlers is Edge. I think they saw Edge and they said, "That's the guy, not you."
Right, and that's totally understandable. But you still could see fans never lie, bro. They never lie. So if you look at Christian in WWE, the fans told you basically like we love Edge, but we also love Christian too.
I agree. I think in that 2011 run, they really should have seen it that
Yes.
Christian was great.
Yeah.
Let's get into the match here, though. We get to John Moxley, Eddie Kingston, Good Brothers. They jump Kingston during his entrance, and Moxley comes out, shoulder taped up, ready to join the party. Takes a while for the match to get started. Good Brothers are taking advantage of the attack. Moxley gets the victory in this match with an inside cradle on Carl Anderson. Loved it, because you didn't see it coming.
Right.
Eventually, the Good Brothers are pissed. They attack, because that's what they do. Here comes Kenny Omega with a chair in hand. Kenny Omega looked like such a douche that I loved it.
Not even that. Kenny Omega had dad shoes on. Like, Kenny Omega was out there looking like a straight dad.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all. I'm just saying, like...
You're looking like a dad tonight. What are you talking about? All he needs a little mustard stain right there. You'd be like, how you doing, kids? How's it going? Eventually, Kenny comes down, though. He sets up the chair. The chair is used then to Pillmanize Kingston's leg. They wrap it around his leg and they stomp on it. So Kingston's leg is hurt. They wrap around Moxley's neck, but here comes the Young Bucks. Too sweet. They end up coming out and the Bucks stop them from doing this. And then the Bucks eventually get into it. Words are exchanged, but we've seen what they've done in the past. They throw up the Too Sweet and they usually all go in. Right. This time, the Bucks said no. The Buck stops here. Ba-doom-tsh. Please don't leave. They said the Buck stops here, and they didn't do the Too Sweet with them. And Tony Schiavone seemed proud of them here.
Yeah.
I think they're caught in the middle, kind of like Kenny Omega, caught in the middle. Who are his friends? Don Callis is telling him go over here. He's trying to influence things.
Right. Yeah.
The invisible hand has his hands in this. I want to see how this turns out. I'm interested in this backstory kind of to it too.
Yeah. They're torn, like you said. They want to be part of the group, but they don't want to be part of the chaos that they're causing.
Oh, Malik Murray put an idea in our head here. Kenny Omega is going to cost the Young Bucks the tag team titles because he's got the Good Brothers. Would Kenny do that?
Yes.
I would hope not. I want to see what ends up happening with this. This could be very interesting, what they do with this. But like I said, we'll have to wait and see. Next up, Sting! It's Sting!
Tony Schiavone. Dude,
if I see Sting come out for one more damn interview, bro, give this man a week off. He doesn't need to be there.
It's not even that. Forget. Oh my God! Why is it the fact that he comes out for an interview and never gives the interview?
And Tony Schiavone never even gets like more than 3 words in. Sting, we have a question for you tonight. And then someone's music hits.
Right.
And tonight, who comes out again? Lance Archer and Jake the Snake
Roberts.
Snake.
Griffin.
They come out and they're interrupting, and Archer's basically trying to big time Sting, and at the same token, he said that he said, you like coffins, Darby? I'll put you in a coffin.
Right.
And talks about ending his career. I want to see that TNT title match. I think that'd be a good match.
I think it would be.
And I think Archer could be the guy to take it from Darby.
Yes, that's very true. But I have a rebuttal to that. But we'll continue on with that.
Okay, all right. So eventually afterwards, here comes Team Taz. It's Taz! The Botchamania. So Taz comes out and it looks like he's going to say something, but Brian Cage snatches the mic. The one who probably needed Taz the most.
Right.
Because I got something to say.
You're not talking for me tonight, Taz.
And he tells Sting he respects Sting. Mm-hmm. Without the bat, he's the icon.
Yep.
And everyone else in Team Taz is like, what the hell are you doing?
You want crack?
What's going on? And Brian Cage just barrels through him because he's the Swolverine. He don't have to say anything to anybody.
Wait.
I like it. What? Ricky. Spanish. I was this close to having him forget about it. Ricky Tikki Tabby couldn't stop him.
Nope.
Powerhouse Hobbs couldn't stop him. And, well, Hook was just Hook. Stop. But Derek, did you want to elaborate on this point here with your rebuttal?
So I totally agree with you. Lance Archer would be great to take the title off of Darby. But I also want to see Scorpio Sky do it.
Ooh.
I want to see Scorpio Sky do it.
Great heel turn last week, by the way.
So I'm thinking, yes, very good.
Time out. Let me kick it to the chat real quick. Bradley just said Lance Archer is world champion after Hangman. He could be. I think Archer's time is now. If you're gonna do stuff with him, do it now.
Yeah. He's somewhere down the line. He's gonna have to get a title. Somewhere down the line, it has to be now, or we'll just forget about him.
I don't think it's even that. I think he'll be fine. I just think you can't play around with it for too long, and then he turns into someone that you just don't believe in.
Yeah. Big Braun.
Malik says his Team Taz turning babyface. I'm going to take this one. I don't think they're turning babyface. I think what's going to end up happening is Brian Cage is about to turn babyface. Mm-hmm. Because I think Brian Cage is... How do I want to put this? This is tough because I think everybody in Team Taz has some type of star power going forward. Hook's the only one I'm kind of like, I don't know, because Hook's still in training, so we can't really say too much about him. Taz is a legend, and I don't think everybody needs Taz to speak for them either. It worked for Cage in the beginning. Ricky Starks doesn't need him to speak for him, and maybe Will Hobbs does. But Cage has a look.
Yes.
Cage has the look, and I think Hobbs has it too. I think Ricky Starks has the star power though to do it on his own. These guys are all stars, but I think Cage can break out on his own right now.
Yeah, I think Ricky Starks was the only one who had the star power to do it by himself from the beginning. Cage and Hobbs need the mouthpiece first before they can go on their own.
I like it. I like the hand motions too.
Hey, I try.
Honda. Brian Cage turns babyface down the line. Ace says, Hook is 21. He will be good in 3 years. Yeah, like I said, I just haven't gotten to see too much of him in the ring, so I can't really speak on Hook. But if he's Taz's son, that's a lot to live up to. But also, you got a great teacher right there. Taz was one of the best in ECW. So
yeah, he definitely was.
Moving on. So we end up getting a promo from Scorpio Sky, and I call it the nice guys finish last promo. He thought that being a nice guy, he said, I thought I was going to be the exception to that rule. Nice guys finish last. And instead, I just proved that the rule was right. And now it's Scorpio Sky's time. I like it.
Right. So this goes along with my rebuttal. I think if you give Lance Archer his title shot, do you turn this into a triple threat match? Or do you wait, let Lance Archer get his title shot first, get his run with the title, then Scorpio Sky takes over, but then you push Lance Archer onto bigger and better things.
But see, the problem is in AEW, I feel like their title runs, you're going to get a little bit of a title run. We haven't seen anybody really lose the belts like quickly.
Right. No. That's what I'm saying. Like,
who needs it first?
I think Scorpio Sky needs it first.
You know what? Bradley brought up a good point in the chat that I gotta give respect to. I think that in the end you could also push Archer to the world title scene.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you give Lance Archer the title run for the TNT title run now, and then have Scorpio Sky take it off of him?
Could he afford a loss to Darby, in your opinion?
Lance?
Mm-hmm.
No. I don't think so. I don't think he can take that L right now.
Unless Sting interferes or something. Maybe you could do that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Tokyo Rockstar said, "Did you know Candice LeRae trained Britt Baker? I did not fully know that. I would have guessed it though by some of her in-ring mannerisms, but I could see that." Jesus said, "A lot of turns tonight. Heads will turn." Let's go into this next matchup. Rey Fenix with Pac versus Angelico. This was great technical wrestling at the start of this. I really appreciate the lucha aspect that they brought to this. If you have never seen Lucha Underground,
watch it.
Watch it. Before next week, before we come on again for the next Dynamite review, watch Lucha Underground. I'm telling you, well worth it. It's really dope. These two were great in there. And Angelico was a bigger star in there than he is here. Yeah. Trust me.
Yeah, this was a great match.
They eventually ended up using like their strikes towards the end, and it turned into kind of that, I don't know, everyone will say like the indie-rific kind of match with the kicks and the flips.
Yeah.
But eventually Phoenix catches him with a big shot and hits him with a Phoenix driver for the 1-2-3. Good win establishes that Phoenix and Pac are still owed a tag team title shot.
Right.
It's going to be great when them and the Young Bucks finally lock up. I can't wait for that.
I think that'll be an A-type kind of match there, because they're all, to a certain extent, all four of them are definitely high flyers to a certain extent.
Bradley was excited about this one. He said this was a pay-per-view caliber match, Phoenix versus Angelico. This is definitely something you could have saw in like the Lucha Underground season finales.
Without a doubt.
Also, he says the Hybrid 2 are inevitable tag team champions. I can see it maybe.
Okay.
I would like to see them get into that mix. You got to give them some wins, though. I feel like they're just treated as like an under team, kind of.
Yeah, I felt like they started out strong, and then they scaled them back a lot.
Right, then they started looking like they were going to do something with them again, then they scaled them back again.
Yeah.
But I didn't see Jack Evans tonight with him either, which was weird.
Jack wasn't out there. Maybe he had the night off.
And Angelico has the best submission finisher in wrestling. I do like his submission finisher. Jesus says he thinks Archer should take the belt off of Darby. Hey, maybe. We'll see.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I feel like Archer would take the belt, but then we all know Archer is more of a heavyweight title kind of guy. He's not a mid-card. Not to say like Darby Allin's mid-card, because Darby Allin has proved that he is a main event guy. But I feel like Archer's run with the TNT title should be kind of short-lived, because he should be at the helm of a heavyweight title match.
Right. Let's get into your favorite promo of the night, Derek. We see Miro backstage doing some pull-ups. And Miro is being interviewed about the challenge from Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy last week that we spoke about. The arcade challenge. Will they wrestle them one more time? And Chuck says he will put up being Miro's butler forever.
Yep.
Miro says he's not interested in Chuck's challenge. Miro says the worst thing for Kip to have ringside is his wife. Trust him, he knows.
Exactly. We all know where that came from.
Shout out to Bob Lashley.
Bob?
Eventually, though, Miro and Kip show some friction here. There's been a lot of friction tonight.
Yes.
And he shows like, yo, what are you doing? Miro didn't want the match, but afterwards, it's asked, do you accept? And Kip Sabian says, yeah, I accept.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And Miro said to keep your lady in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Experience.
I don't know. Let's see here. Phoenix is the best current cruiserweight. Dang. They need momentum for sure. TH2, if they were in WWE, would be the tag champs, he says. Okay. I'm sorry. Jesus said Phoenix best cruiserweight one more time. Pac and Ray will get a chance at the tag team titles after SCU. I think SCU's going to Double or Nothing to main event. Or not main event, but they're going to get the tag title match at the pay-per-view. Excuse me.
So?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it's going to be Daniel's like last hurrah.
I would give it to him, yeah.
Before he goes to a backstage role.
Yeah, I would definitely give it to him. Because he's slowly transitioning to that now. So
right. I think he's talent relations right now. He's got the old JR job, the hiring, firing.
Let's see, there you go.
It's a tough job too. Bradley says AEW have the wrestlers to have an X division. They do, but I think that they're doing fine. I like just seeing the action mixed up with amongst everybody.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Would you be okay if Miro takes the AEW title from Kenny Omega? That would be
Not
weird.
right now.
Two heels? I don't think so, but I do see gold in Miro's future.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone complained about how Miro was booked. I'm telling you, they have a long-term plan for this dude. I think they just didn't want to push another WWE guy right to the top.
Right, yeah. That's just not something that you do right now.
Well, you know what the fans are going to say if you do it. Oh, the WWE guy. So, whatever. That's fine. I get it. Cool. Miro, slow burn. I'm trusting you. Don't mess this up. But Miro looks intense. I think once you get him away from Kip and Kip takes that beat down,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be fine.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It'll be
Jesus said Miro push coming soon. Jesus, you are 1,000% correct on that.
Yep.
Let's see. I think Miro is going to take Kip's girlfriend, Malik says. You think Penelope goes with Miro? Nah, he's got Lana at home. He's good.
Lana.
Next week on Dynamite, we find out we're going to have Nyla Rose versus Ty Conti. I think that'll be a great match.
Oh, yeah.
We got FTR and Spears in a 6-man tag versus the Varsity Blondes and Dante Martin. Shout out to my man Rated R as well. If you're listening to this, Rated R, big shout outs to you. I know you did Top Flight's theme, so absolutely love it. Actually, he was on the theme for Revolution too. If you guys get to the last verse, my man crushed it. He's been on the podcast before. Hopefully we'll get him on again to talk some pro wrestling. And Darby Allin has an open challenge to the Dark Order for the TNT title. Who accepts but Tiff's boy, Johnny Hungy, the Meat Man. Freaking weird John Silver. Love him though.
So my question is, obviously I love this. Two great wrestlers. Where did this even come from? Like, why is he doing an open challenge to the Dark Order?
I think he just said he wanted to be a fighting champion because he was getting criticism probably before for like, oh, he's not defending the belt, but he's with Sting every week. Okay, I'll defend the belt this week.
Okay, all right.
I'm good with it. He doesn't have to do the Cody thing though every week, but he said it was an open challenge to anyone in the Dark Order.
Okay, all right. I'll go with it.
Tony Khan said it would take time. He wrote a tank 6 years ago and not last year. Laugh out loud. Last year he was in the worst love triangle ever. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Yeah, Tony Khan said they got big plans for him. I have faith in Tony.
Oh, so do I.
The main event. In this main event, Derek, are you ready for it? Once the lights go out in AEW, that means it's an unsanctioned match. I don't think it counts towards the records. Hopefully it's the same rules.
Right.
But anything goes. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, with Rebel, not Reba, versus Thunder Rosa.
Thunder.
Dude, when we talk about this matchup, I thought this, so to me, there was a lot riding on this. The AEW women needed this match because it was the first time in the main event.
Yep.
They also needed to get an opportunity to just do something.
Yes. And correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the first women's main event match that had hardcore match written all over it that was actually fulfilled?
We've seen them in other companies.
No, I mean as far as AEW goes.
Yes.
Fulfilled to the fullest.
Listen, they got to do the same stuff everyone else got to do in this matchup, and it was
God.
great. B-Boy Skyline's in here talking about Thunder. Yes, This was great. Rockstar throwing up the Irish Clover. I appreciate that. Thundercats. What's going on, Jay?
Definitely.
So, lights out match, anything goes. Britt Baker jumps Thunder Rosa from the start, and the match turns into a brawl from that point. They're doing flips outside on the chairs. They're going into the crowd, into the parking lot. People are spreading away from them. This is a fight, and I love the feeling that this had.
Yes.
Just a fighting feeling.
Yes.
Just the way we get to have it happen. Thunder Rosa is eventually bleeding from her forehead from a curb stomp on the steps. If you would have heard this dude, like I was about to miss it, he was like, "Oh my God!"
Listen, I popped so hard for that because I was like, wow.
Ooh, Sick just said match of the year candidate, possibly. I say keep it on your list. That's what I'll say.
Yes.
It's early in the year. Shingo's been putting out some bangers in New Japan too, though. So, but this is up there. I think this might be the best women's match I've seen so far.
Well, what about Sheeta and Britt Baker had a?
Did they? No, I don't think they wrestled yet this year.
No. I mean, well, who did Sheeta wrestle that was probably the best women's match up until this point?
It might have been Britt Baker. Maybe that was a while ago. I can't remember.
It was way back.
The bar keeps getting set differently. Like AEW's women are coming up. Like I know we complained about them a lot last year, deservingly so. I get it. Anyone who complained about them, they weren't being respected enough given TV time. This match tonight
proves that they should get that time now. Mm-hmm. But it also proves that you have to raise your bar super high.
Right? Look at this. I got to go to the chat because it's by the fans, for the fans. Tokyo Rockstar said 2 of the best women's matches of the year. Tam versus Julia, hair versus hair match. I respect the Stardom love. Hashtag shout out to JPQ. Big pause on the pup on Twitter. Hashtag watch Stardom. It was a 4-star match for sure. Sheeta versus Deeb. Yes, that was it. Thank you.
Yes.
Bradley, I feel like you've been here long enough. May have to put you on the show.
Yeah,
I love it. So eventually we get the curb stomp. It says grip when I try to use the talk text. Britt Baker is bleeding from a headshot with a ladder. Oh. Britt Baker had a gusher, bro.
That thing, woo!
She got split.
That was bleeding like, oof.
It was bad. Britt was a bloody mess in this. Like Dustin. Oh, it wasn't Dustin Rose level. Like the whole ring wasn't covered, but it was up there though.
But you know what though? Like the fact that she took the blood coming down her face the way that she did, like made her look 10 times tougher, 10 times more maniacal than she's ever been.
Blood adds to a match sometimes.
Like she gave me female Joker-esque vibes.
I like it. Good comparison, Derek. Now, eventually we see Britt Baker. Rebel hands her thumbtacks. The thumbtacks are laid out on the ground. We don't know who's going through them. Usually the person who brings them in is usually the person who's eating it. But in this, we see just disgusting. Britt Baker eventually gets thrown onto the thumbtacks. We got thumbtacks in the booty, all in her back, her arms, her cheeks. Britt Baker took it like a G. Yeah. And then eventually she goes in and she gets some interference. Rebel goes through a table. They go for the lockjaw. Yep. There's 2 tables set up on the outside. Rebel went through one. They're going for the lockjaw. She tries to lock it in. But how does Thunder Rosa get out of it? She rolls back into the tacks. And she even had to put her hands in it to get the rollover. Yep. So both women are in pain. They get up, and eventually Britt Baker rolls to the apron. Thunder Rosa picks her up. Thunder Driver through the table onto the floor. 1, 2, 3. Amazing. An NWA talent goes over. I'm not mad at it though. I feel like Thunder Rosa is basically part of the AEW family at this point.
Yeah, I think she's just stuck in that spot where she can't play fully 100% with AEW because she's still got obligations.
And I think she's testing the waters for if her contract does run out, where do I want to go?
Exactly. And then I really hope she does pick AEW. Either way, I will be happy for her for wherever she goes, but I would love to see her in AEW because I think with her, Britt Baker, and Sheeta, those 3 alone will help elevate the women's division tremendously.
Sorry, Sick. Hopefully we answered your question for you. He asked, is she exclusive to AEW? Not yet. I believe she has an NWA contract because NWA is returning on Fight TV April, I think it's 24th. If I'm wrong, somebody in the chat correct me. But NWA is coming back. They're going to be on Fight TV, and she is facing Camille. So she's still in the NWA, and she's going to probably be a big focus for them. They're going to try to re-sign her too, I assume. Yeah. Yaya said that Stone Cold moment for Britt Baker tonight. I like that.
Oh yeah.
6 said she was Ric Flair bleeding. Woo!
It's so hard.
Britt was a badass like her dead boyfriend from BTE. Knock it off, Skyline. That's throwback BTE. Becky Lynch got busted open during a match and it made her career. As much as people complained about Nia, it was Nia's the reason. Yeah. Bradley said if Adam Cole doesn't wipe that up,
Yeah.
he's got some thumbtacks to pick out first tonight.
Right.
6 said, oops, never mind, you answered it, sorry. I got a question. Is this women's match better than the dog collar match with Cody? I'm not going to compare that to the Brody Lee match, brother. Cody and Pentagon, was this better? Yes, the main event was the best match tonight.
Yeah, hands down.
Yes, Thunder Rosa finally beats Britt Baker. A said, that's how you do a payoff, guys.
Right.
That's how you do a payoff. I thought this was fun.
Yeah, this was great. This has been the best AEW episode to date right now.
Really?
Yes.
You talking crazy, bro.
Hey,
I'm not going that far.
I gotta say, name one better.
I gotta sit down and think. But I feel there's one that we're just not thinking of. But if you feel that way, feel that way.
I mean, even if it's not the best show, this main event has been better than any other main event that I could think of for a regular show.
The bar has been set, and I think that we need to see Sheeta in a big time matchup now.
Right.
Now we got to put the champion over because she's an important person too in all of this. And I feel bad because I feel like Sheeta and Moxley had like reverse roles. We all had high hopes for Sheeta when this all first started, and then she kind of fell wayside. Yeah. And Moxley, we all thought was going to be this big deal right away, and he wasn't. He wasn't in the main event, and then it reversed. Right. Like Moxley went up and she went down.
Right. To Sheeta's defense, though,
it's not her fault.
It's not her fault,
and it wouldn't have been Moxley's fault either.
No, everything was weak at that point. You know, everything wasn't up to par on both sides. I will say that.
Let's see here. Main event was match of the night. Jesus said, thank you. Bradley says the same thing. People are glad Thunder Rosa won. Thoughts on Baker is on somewhat of a losing streak. Is she coming out better for it? I think tonight, I call this the tough guy matchup. This is the matchup that, remember Randy Orton versus Cactus Jack? That was Randy's tough guy match. Do you remember Mankind versus Shawn Michaels? That was his tough guy match. That's what earns you your stripes. That was like facing Abyss in TNA, Mankind in the WWE, Vader sometimes. It just depends on who the person is. Right. This was your match to show you're tough, you're resilient, and you can do this. And I think that's what Britt Baker did tonight. Yeah, she comes out stronger, in my opinion, from this.
No, I agree. I think the way that she just carried on through all the pain that she went through, all the blood that she was expelling from her head. Like, come on, like that's definitely tough match for her. Yaya
brings up a good point here, though. Or excuse me, I think I said it wrong. Shabazz will say. Shabazz brought up a good point, though. She's the top women's heel right now, but never wins the big match. I think she's going to be fine, though. Like I said, it depends on what you do with her after the fact. Yeah. And it'll make things better. Let me see here. We got people talking about, I don't like Sheeta as champion. I would like Britt Baker having a feud with Ty Conti. I think some other women are about to get an opportunity.
Yeah, but so after this loss for Britt Baker, do you feel like Britt Baker's out of the title shot?
I think she could pop back in it really quickly. Because I don't know if you're going to give the title to Thunder Rosa. Maybe.
I think the only issue would be because she's swimming on both sides right now. So you can't really give it to her.
You could, but you just don't have to go all in.
Right. Yeah.
No pun intended. Like, you just don't have to make her like the face of everything. It depends on what you want to do. But you're in a working relationship with all these companies. Right. You've got opportunities here. Yeah. People are saying push Ty Conti. I've seen people say Anna Jay. Anna Jay's going to be out for a little bit, though.
Oh, yeah.
But I do see Anna Jay as a future women's champion as well. Like I said, it's the wait and see approach tonight, guys. I'm not going to keep you guys too long because I'm tired of being in this empty room. What I'm going to say is that I thought tonight's show was great. I give it a thumbs up. Out of 10, I'm going to say tonight's show was an 8.
I get 8.5.
Yeah, it was a great show tonight, and I think that AEW delivered. Looking forward to what's happening. WrestleMania weekend, we're still trying to plan out what we're going to be able to do. I don't know if we're going to be able to cover the TakeOver shows live after they happen because of work schedules and stuff like that. WrestleMania week's like 9 days, especially if they go to Tuesdays after that, which is the rumor. That's 9 days straight of wrestling. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We'll hopefully have something up for NXT. Maybe we'll do a recorded session only and then put it out So if you guys click our link tree in the description there, you guys will be able to get to it. But stay tuned for future updates. And like I said, once I get this all together, hopefully we can start having some special shows with video game streams on the Twitch. And you guys can see some different things coming up from Everything Pro Wrestling. Just keep it locked. Follow us on Twitter if you want to know the latest. For myself, Derek, thank you for listening to us talk some pro wrestling tonight. We are out. Peace.